Welcome back everyone. So, in the today's lecture, we will discuss two theorems, or rather we can say two properties of the Laplace transform. These are initial value theorem and the final value theorem. These theorems are useful in determining the limiting value of a function as it approaches to 0 or when it approaches to infinity, even when the function is not clearly known to us. That is, the function ft is not given, but its Laplace transform is known to us. In that time, we can apply the initial and the final value theorem to find the limiting value of the function as time t approaches 0 or infinity. Let us see these properties. So, the first one is initial value theorem, which states that if ft and f dash t are both Laplace transformable, that is, if the Laplace transform of the function and its derivative exist, and limit s tends to infinity as fs exist, then limit t tends to 0 ft is equal to limit s tends to infinity s into fs. It means that the limiting value of a function ft as t approaches 0 is equal to limiting value of s into fs as s approaches infinity. So, as t, that is time, is approaching to 0, that is just at the starting of the function, the value at that time we call it as initial value. Okay, so let's check how we can prove it. We know that the Laplace transform of the derivative of a function ft is given by s into Laplace transform of ft minus f0. Laplace transform of f dash t, we can write it as 0 to infinity integral e raised to the power minus st into f dash t dt by the definition of the Laplace transform. Now apply limit s tends to infinity to both sides, and in the left hand side take the limit s tends to infinity inside the integral. So, on taking limit s tends to infinity inside the integral, as s approaches to infinity, e raised to the power minus st becomes 0. So, we get limit s tends to infinity s into Laplace transform of ft minus f0 equal to 0. Look, we have not applied the limit to f0 because it is independent of s. Okay? Now, by taking the f0 to the other side, we can write f0 equal to limit s tends to infinity s into Laplace transform of ft, or we can also say limit s tends to infinity s into fs. And what is f0? It is value of the function at time 0, that is at the initial or when t tends to 0. So, we can also write it as limit t tends to 0 ft, which is equal to limit s tends to infinity s into fs. So, by this equation or the property of Laplace transform, we can find the initial value of a function only by knowing the Laplace transform of that function. Let's see some examples to understand this. First example, find the initial value of the function ft for which fs is equal to 3 by s minus 4. So here we have not given the function ft, but we have given the Laplace transform of the function and asked to find the initial value of the function, that is, the value of the function when t approaches 0. So, as we have just studied now the initial value theorem, we can use it and we can write limit t tends to 0 ft is equal to limit s tends to infinity s into 3 by s minus 4. Now divide the numerator by s, we get limit s tends to infinity 3 by 1 minus 4 by s. See, don't put s equal to infinity at the first step. Always try to find some value by simplifying each time you do these types of questions. Now, on putting limit s tends to infinity, 4 by s becomes 0. So, the initial value we get as 3. So, by the use of initial value theorem, we have find the initial value of the function, although we don't know the function. Let's take one more example. Example is verify the initial value theorem and state the initial value theorem for the function ft equal to 4 plus 3 cos 3t. So here we have to find the initial value for the function. Also, we have to verify the initial value theorem for the given function. Okay, so let's see the solution. First of all, we need to find the Laplace transform of the function 4 plus 3 cos 3t, which is equal to 4 by s plus 3s by s square plus 9. Simply, Laplace transform of 4 is 4 by s and cos 3t is s by s square plus 9. Now, apply the initial value theorem to the equation. We can write limit t tends to 0 4 plus 3 cos 3t equal to limit s tends to infinity s into 4 by s plus 3s by s square plus 9. In the left hand side, on putting limit t tends to 0 to cos 3t, it becomes 1 as cos 0 is 1. So we get 4 plus 3 equal to 7. And on the right hand side, we have to put limit s tends to infinity. For this, first we need to simplify the equation. On simplifying, we get 4 plus 3 upon 1 plus 9 by s square. By taking s square common in the second term. Now, on putting the limit s tends to infinity, 9 by infinity becomes 0, 1 plus 0 is 1, 3 by 1 is 3. So we get 4 plus 3 equal to 7, which is equal to left hand side. So we get left hand side equal to right hand side. So the initial value theorem is verified. And what is the initial value? It is 7. As we have find by putting either t tends to 0 to the function ft or putting s tends to infinity to the Laplace transform of the function. Now let's see the final value theorem. So according to the final value theorem, if ft and f dash t are Laplace transformable, that is, if the Laplace transform of ft and f dash t exist, and limit t tends to infinity ft exist, then limit t tends to infinity ft is equal to limit s tends to 0 s into fs. So here in the final value theorem, time t is approaching to infinity, that is, we can say at final point. So we say it as final value of the function. So the final value of the function ft when time t approaches infinity is equal to the limiting value of s into fs when s approaches 0. Okay, so let's see the proof. Again, starting from the Laplace transform of the derivative of the function ft, that is, Laplace transform of f dash t equal to s into Laplace transform of ft minus f0. So the Laplace transform of f dash t is 0 to infinity integral e raised to the power minus st into f dash t dt by the basic definition of Laplace transform. Now here apply limit s tends to 0 to both sides of the equation, and in the left hand side take the limit s tends to 0 inside the integral. So on putting limit s tends to 0, e raised to the power minus st becomes 1. So we get 0 to infinity integral f dash t dt equal to ft, as integral of f dash t is ft from limit 0 to infinity. Now on substituting limit from 0 to infinity in ft, we get limit t tends to infinity ft minus limit t tends to 0 ft, which is equal to limit s tends to 0 s into Laplace transform of ft minus f0. Now as t is approaching 0, we can also write limit t tends to 0 ft equal to f0. So limit t tends to 0 ft in the left hand side and f0 in the right hand side cancel out, and we get limit t tends to infinity ft equal to limit s tends to 0 s into Laplace transform of ft, or limit s tends to 0 s into fs. We can also write limit t tends to infinity ft as f of infinity. That is, final value of a function can be represented as f of infinity. So, same as the initial value theorem, we can use the final value theorem to find the final value of the function without clearly knowing the function. Let's see this through some examples. Example 1. Verify the final value theorem and also state the final value for the function ft equal to 3 plus e raised to the power minus t. So, in the same way as we have done it for the initial value theorem, here also first we need to find the Laplace transform of the given function, that is Laplace transform of 3 plus e raised to the power minus t is equal to 3 by s plus 1 by s plus 1. Now, apply the final value theorem to the equation. We can write limit t tends to infinity 3 plus e raised to the power minus t equal to limit s tends to 0 s into 3 by s plus 1 by s plus 1. Now, in the left hand side, on putting limit t tends to infinity, e raised to the power minus infinity becomes 0. So, 3 plus 0 is equal to 3. So, we get 3 as the final value of the function. And in the right hand side of the equation, by simplifying the equation, we get 3 plus 1 upon 1 plus 1 by s. And on putting limit s tends to 0, 1 by 0 becomes infinity. 1 plus infinity is infinity and 1 by infinity is 0. So, 3 plus 0 we get 3. Thus, we get the final value 3 same as we get on putting t tends to infinity on left hand side. So, the final value theorem for the function is verified and the final value for the function ft we have find it as 3. Let us see one more example based on this theorem. Find the final value for the function ft for which fs is equal to 20 into 1 plus 3s by s cube plus 7s square plus 10s. So here also we have not given the function ft, but we have given the Laplace transform of the function and we are asked to find the final value of the function. So just apply the final value theorem, that is limit t tends to infinity ft is equal to limit s tends to 0 s into fs. We get limit s tends to 0 s into 20 into 1 plus 3s by s cube plus 7s square plus 10s. On simplifying, that is dividing the denominator by s, we get limit s tends to 0 20 into 1 plus 3s by s square plus 7s plus 10. Now, substitute the limit s tends to 0, we get 20 by 10, that is 2. So, the final value we got it as 2. So, this is how we can use the initial and the final value theorem to find the initial and the final value of the function, even though we don't know the function, but just we know the Laplace transform of the function. Okay, so in the next lecture, we will see the property of Laplace transform of periodic function and the examples based on that. Thank you.